Well, it's a legacy, I think it will still be remembered as that legacy and a piece of our history, because there's certainly a lot of people who, like I did, grew up with someone who worked at Boeing, and I guess that will go away, as generations go. But it's still, it was an important part of Wichita's aviation history and history in general, and it helped us be the air capital of the world.
If we start talking about aviation and our legacy and how we actually started, then from an aviation standpoint, we say, okay, the Boeing Company is the great-grandfather. He started all of it for all of us. And this is why we're here today.
I think it's, it's a good legacy here. They were here for many, many years. A lot of people owe their lives to Boeing. I mean, their fortunes to Boeing. Their families, they raised families here. They sent them to college, with what they made at Boeing. I think they'll have a good legacy as far as being remembered as an aircraft company that helped this community become what it is today.
Boeing always participated in multiple programs, the Good Neighbor Fund being probably the largest, but there was always contributions made from Boeing to other community events around town that the employees all wanted to take part in and do. I mean, there was a big push for coats and blankets, food drives, and everything else that Boeing and the employees always got involved in.
It's been a big contributor. I'm talking millions of dollars. And at one time there was over $3 million coming to United Way alone, and that's above and beyond what they would give to small organizations, not only in Wichita, non-United Way agencies, but to volunteer fire departments in our outlying communities. So yeah, you're talking millions of dollars just going to the community.
I think it's going to be a shame that Boeing's not going to be here to help support all that stuff, because not just the economics, but they did a lot of other support and activities in town that are, I don't know if they'll fully be picked up by other companies here.
I think Wichita is probably, and I think the Midwest in general, is a resilient community. It is a community of family. It's a community of closeness. It has this sense of we can do anything, and I think that carries over. Work ethic, real estate, our founding fathers and our city council members. Everybody has a positive attitude about things, even when things don't always look so bright.
I think we can recruit the city of Wichita, recruit other industry to move into Wichita. Okay, and here we have the best, technology support with Boeing, with Spirit, with like other aerospace industries, Cessna, Bombardier, and Hawker Beach. This is our asset here, so we can recruit other aerospace industry to move into Wichita. Okay. Now with the 9R and others, with Wichita State, we can also recruit the high-tech industry to Wichita.
This is the mecca for aviation. We have the skilled workforce in place. We have the support agencies to train. And we have the research and technology with NIR. We have everything that you can possibly have.
Here, as personally disappointing as I told you about my family having been involved, you can't go talk to anyone who hasn't had an aunt or an uncle or a cousin or their teachers that didn't work at the Boeing Company for literally generations now. So as disappointing as it is that banner is going to leave South Oliver, for the community, we'll still be the air capital of the world, still build lots of airplanes.
I hear some saying now, when we had some discussion. Well, my great grandfather isn't living, but my great grandfather worked on the B-52, and I mean they pass these stories on, from generation to generation. So, so Boeing's, they're going to live on here in the city of Wichita, whether it be from their investments in helping out the community, helping the city itself grow, and being that portion that causes us to grow, or whether the families share that family story. I mean, history is history, and you can't change it. And they were a big part of Kansas, America, and Wichita's history.
But again, that resiliency seems to rise, and people go, we're going to move on. There are other businesses and other jobs out here available, and we're doing well. Let's continue to do so. And that's Wichita. That's why I love it. That's why I stay here. This is my home.